Howdy friends, it's Frank from Talking Grace. Excuse me, just driving here. Today's topic is going to be that on the faithful and discreet slave. As taught by Jehovah's Witnesses, it's quite a unique sort of a teaching for them. They take this as not applying to the worldwide brotherhood as individuals. This parable. They apply Matthew 24 verse 45. They don't actually read the whole passage or the whole parable itself. They just apply a small portion of it to themselves, to their leadership. Once upon a time, this faithful slave class, as they called it, included all the anointed, all the children of God within the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. In 2013, they had an update or a new light, new thought came to them that this faithful slave actually doesn't include all the children of God. It only includes those who are sitting in the office of the governing body, their leadership, if you like. And this is quite a remarkable thing, because basically all the rest of these children of God were basically called domestics, or part of the domestics now. They're just, like everybody else. Jehovah's Witnesses also have another group of people within the majority. They're called the other sheep. Not like as you might understand it as a believer, but other sheep they are friends of God. They don't have a covenant. They don't have a mediator. They are associating with this small group who, by extension, gives them an opportunity to have life, even though they believe that they are children of God as well, but sort of, right? Because you have to prove yourself faithful until the 1,000-year reign of Christ has ended, and you prove yourself faithful after Satan is released, and your faithfulness is then given the green light by Jehovah. That's the Jehovah's Witnesses teaching. Why is this important? Well, recently in the news for Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't really talk much about this, but I just find this a little bit interesting, that one of the governing body members who was part of the faithful slave, right, that small little group in this office, they announced that he no longer is one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I went to check today. I'm sorry, no longer part of the governing body. He is still a Jehovah's Witness. They call him a brother, so he's still part of that organization, but not sitting on the board, as it were. But I went to check today, and I didn't see his name. I didn't see the announcement. So I checked the, who is in the governing body, and they have removed his name in the governing body article. So yes, it is a confirmed thing that this has really happened. Now, I checked the internet as well, and there's so many people have done articles on this, possibilities. Why was he pushed? Was it the things that he was caught sort of allegedly maybe doing, like alcohol, his talks, whatever else people are saying, pushed, resigned, maybe some issues from the past. Who knows? It doesn't bother me one bit. Here's what I find interesting is, okay, now that he's no longer a member of the governing body. You see, part of the problem for Jehovah's Witnesses is they never talk about this evil slave class. They don't sort of make any real emphasis on that. They just talk about the part that they like to apply to themselves, so they can have more authority over the flock. That is this faithful slave that Jesus used in Matthew chapter 24 and Luke 21, etc. This parable. So what's happened to this brother? Is he now part of the evil class? What is he, just part of the domestics, because in their teachings, nothing that happens in their organisation hasn't already been approved or executed in the heavens. You see, you're just seeing in their eyes, a visible action that's already taken place in heaven. That's how they would be viewing it. So, where is he now? I mean, it's probably just a dumb question. I don't know. Is he an evil person? Is he part of the evil slave class? Is he just part of the domestics? Will he be partaking of the emblems in March, April? Will he be writing a book about it? Maybe none of those at all. Friends, here's the truth. The truth is that they have misquoted or twisted the scriptures to suit their own ends when it comes to this parable that Jesus uses. He uses many parables, and there's sort of a very similar theme about going and coming back, and finding people like a businessman who goes away and he leaves his property to others to take care of, and he comes back and then it's time to reward these ones or not by what they've been doing. This is not a person that's fallen from grace, as some people might think. No, I don't believe that at all. It's something that's going on within that organisation that has the consequences of having this hierarchy, this top-down structure, corporate structure, always has consequences if the image isn't met. It is all about the image, not the person. And unfortunately, when you violate or go against what Jesus has pointed out as he is the head and we are the body, and we all play a role, friends. We all playing our little part in the body of Christ. We are part of Christ. That's why Christ is in us. Therefore, we are part of his body. And he is the head. But the way religion has gone about it, by this top-down structure, has really damaged the flock. And so I think that, unfortunately, more needs to be talked about what the body of Christ actually looks like. So people like Anthony Morris and others who maybe believe that this is the way it's done don't have to fall on their sword, but rather fall towards grace, God's grace, and see his love for them, as opposed to having other men, chop you down and put you out of the flock or out of the board or whatever it is. These unnecessary stresses that is placed upon people who are seeking or who have authority that they shouldn't have, but they do. And it's not just Jehovah's Witnesses, it's right across. You see religions and their lead pastors or senior pastors, nothing against these people, nor those in the governing body. I've got nothing against them, but they're going about it the wrong way. And I think the heckling all over the internet is a sign of that. It's just my 2 cents worth. Once you deviate from what is truly a beautiful thing that Jesus puts out and start doing a corporate thing, then you have corporate responsibilities. It is basically the thing. And Jehovah's Witnesses are realizing that more and more, I believe, that their image is paramount to their flock continuing on supporting them. And if they have a tainted image, it's going to affect the morale of their force, or of the members within. I was going to say the workforce. It's a bit like a workforce, I guess. The members within, and certainly, Tony Morris, the bad publicity of him stepping down, which I don't mind him, because you know what, he just tells the truth. What he believes is the truth. And so whether you like it or not, you're going to find that these sorts of men are slowly going to disappear from that type of environment. Those who, in other words, who are sort of free speaking their beliefs and their thoughts, because it's all going to be about the image and how that looks over speaking what's on your heart. Unfortunately, in a corporate environment, you have to stick to the script, not truth. You're not sticking to truth, you're sticking to their script. Friends, it's so much better just to be part of the body of Christ and not have these burdens. We're not supposed to be carrying these such burdens of lording it over other people. That is not the way it's done. Jesus said, "Come to me." And maybe that's the advice for Anthony Morris, is turn to Jesus, go to him and find peace, my friend. Have a great day, guys. It's just, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot more digging to do, but not by me. I'm not really interested in that. But I will be trying to look at the history of this hierarchy. Where did it all begin? And I bet you that if we search at the early church fathers, we will probably find some answers there. Take care, guys, and talk to you soon. Have a great day. Life as a JW or even an ex-JW, it's always interesting, right? See you later.